Brand new now.
What
happened?
And as soon as the camera came on, I was like,
so we're starting in conversation, right?
very pristine. Yep. We'll sell you this sushi kit.
Oh yeah.
For $149. Shipping will be free for the next 10 minutes. So call now. The number at the bottom of the screen.
If you call now, you can get it for the special price of $149.97.
Come on.
That's savings. That's a steep discount. We thank the Lord for sale.
For $5 more, we'll make the sushi for you and send it to you.
Ship it to you?
Yes.
Oh wow.
No? It's not good? Okay. Just speaking to my producers, and that will not be happening.
Hey, my back hurts, okay? Let's go.
I'm sorry.
I'm done. It's ridiculous.
Jamila, how are we making this today? What are we making first?
So we're making sushi cones. Have you guys had a sushi cone before?
I think once.
Cone.
No, ma'am. I think once I've had a sushi cone.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't know if I was really a fan of it, but I don't know what was in it is the thing. Okay. It was just ordered to the table and I tried it.
So the first time I had this, I think it was at Moxie's. I feel like they're
Oh yeah, it's Moxie sells sushi cones. Yeah.
So similar concept. So instead of like doing a full-on sushi, which could be somewhat intimidating, even though I think it's anyway, but it can be somewhat intimidating to make a full-on roll, and then you need special utensils. You need the mat to roll it. This is like a cheap version of doing sushi without all the extra utensils. So basically, your goal is to make this into a cone by simply rolling it until it becomes cone-like. So all your ingredients that go into regular sushi is what you put into this wrapper, and it's just a matter of how you roll it. That makes a difference.
Got it.
So we have just about everything here. We have our seaweed, our nori. We've got sushi rice. Yes, there is a different type of rice just for sushi, and it's a shorter grain rice, which means that it will, once it's cooked, it'll be more stickier because it's a shorter grain rice.
Wait, and you can't put this in the rice cooker?
You can.
Oh, you can?
You actually can.
All right.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know.
You can. And in terms of, we've got some toasted ginger and sesame seeds that we're going to add in there.
You need to bring in these spice blends, because
girl, I got you. Williams-Sonoma. We're trying to get sponsored out here, you know. Okay. So if you watching, anyone from Williams, not the regular workers, I mean higher management.
Higher management only.
Only people that can do stuff, okay?
Has power. Only people.
You want help? Holla at your girl, you know. We welcome it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I already made the sushi rice for you guys, so
thank you.
It's already cooked. You can see the consistency. And whenever you make sushi rice, you always want to season it. So the way to season it is using rice wine vinegar. So it's a little bit sweeter in taste compared to other types of vinegar, and you always want to get the one that's seasoned.
Okay.
The reason being, this is a little bit sweeter than just the regular rice wine vinegar, which has more tart to it. So, and then
it's already seasoned. Like you already put this in the
rice. It's already in the rice.
So you don't want to put too much. That with it, or after it's cooked?
After it's cooked, then you add this in. We also have our canned tuna, albacore tuna, because we're trying to be bougie in 2020. And
fancy.
This little can cost me $6.99.
Oh. You see why I'm trying to sell the sushi kit? For $149?
We're trying to profit this year.
Trying to profit, come on.
Year of advance.
And income.
We're trying to advance our finances.
Come on now.
Advance your finances, that rhymes.
We got some wild we got some wild pink salmon as well that we're gonna use. Oh yeah, salmon is beautiful. I thought about like cooking it from scratch, but then salmon doesn't take that long, but I wasn't feeling it today, so I'm like, the can is going to
work. The can will have to do.
Just fine. And to add a little bit of heat to it, we have our Nando's hot, what is this, mayo? An aioli, basically. So spicy mayo is all it is. So let's get cooking. We have our veggies. Our trio is just cucumber. I love rainbow carrots because I feel like in sushi it's all about the display and what you can see. So you want to be mindful of colors that you're using, hence why I got these. But if you don't, you can get regular carrots.
Do these all taste the same?
Not exactly.
I never seen different colored carrots before.
Oh,
You see, when you shop at No Frills, right?
When you shop at
all
Walmart,
of the carrots are orange.
All of them.
Only when you're
And they
big
come
and
in
bougie,
packages
like
of
Jamila
like
here.
20.
You buy organic. These are organic, aren't they?
yes.
Oh yes, they are, and that's why it's multicolored.
See, this year I'm trying new things. Multicolored carrots.
Only multicolored.
Okay.
We're gonna try. We're gonna try multicolored. Did they just sell it like that?
Yeah.
Oh.
The bag just comes with like different ones in it.
Oh, okay.
Is this the only colors?
Yeah. And I love this one especially. You'll see like when we cut into it how pretty it is on the inside. So that's basically all the ingredients that you need. It's pretty simple. So because it's all about doing this as a cheat to sushi, we're gonna take a lot of shortcuts. Because traditionally your vegetables are all julienned or cut very thinly and this way, like lengthwise. We got half all day today. So we are gonna do it the cheat version. So if you're scared of a knife and you don't even wanna like cut the carrot, my quick go-to is just to peel it. So you create like these carrot curls and we're gonna put that in our sushi. So Avery's gonna continue on with this.
Look at that presentation.
In the meanwhile, Jess is over here and she's gonna get us started.
Why is this so hard? Am I doing it wrong?
I think you're right.
You like
They're so
You're
thick.
right, but
do it on an angle so it's smaller and you keep changing your angle
Like
so
this?
you get smaller strips. Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
and now look how small it is.
it's okay.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Oh, because the more I do it like this, it's just gonna do.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So Jess is over here and she's going to start to spread a bit of this sushi rice down. So you want something that is flat, hence why I got this spoon. If you're gonna get like a sushi kit, it usually comes with a spoon in it. We don't add that to our
We will
kit.
add that to the kit, and you
Yes,
will
you
get
will.
one in the kit.
So
Who's distributing this kit? Where's our inventory?
we need someone to ship for us, right? So Jess is gonna spread this out and
Over
get
the
it as
whole square.
not the whole square. Like you want to leave out corners. So leave this corner out, this corner,
Oh gosh.
this corner. and
This
that
may take a
corner.
left.
You got this.
You work on my.
Seasoning in sushi is very subtle, but the flavors are very powerful. For instance, like this, use too much of this stuff, child, you will mess up your sushi. You don't want to use too much of it. Like you just want to be able to, because it kind of reminds me of like apple cider vinegar. And if you know apple cider vinegar, it's very strong, so you don't want to use too much. So the flavors in sushi or the seasoning in sushi, they're not that many, but they're powerful, strong seasoning and flavors.
Yeah, did I
Jess
do
is
this
gonna-
right?
Yes, you are. You can even get a little
Yes.
bit more rice.
Yes. Mama, look, I'm making sushi.
Yes, girl.
Yes.
Till done.
Trying to be
International
exotic,
out
international.
here.
Yes, taking flights, not feelings.
You're taking flights, not feeling. Yep. That's how you say
We're
it.
catching flights, not. You know what, y'all? Just let me prosper.
It's alright.
So guys, tell me about life. Like, how's it been? How's it going? Child, what's going on?
Life is life.
Oh. Tell us more, Avery.
Yes, I will elaborate.
Tell us more.
Nothing. I'm in my final semester of university.
Yes.
You know, I'm getting things prepared for after I graduate. I'm gonna do my interior design degree.
Oh,
Okay, now.
For my business and just like trying to do a lot of creative stuff in the meantime.
Two cubes.
Yeah, that's me. I'm just chilling, honestly. What about you, Jess?
You said what's new with my life?
How's life?
How's life? Oh, you know what? Life is good. There's never a reason to complain. Finished school
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Yeah,
Somebody a
graduated.
whole master's student in here.
Y'all, only by the grace of God.
I hear that.
That program was not easy, but we made it. Come on.
Come on.
So yeah, I'm back and I'm just working. I'm not in my field yet, but by the grace of God, 2020, I will enter the field in some sort of capacity. You know, when you do psychology, you can't just get into the field. The government wants you to be certified and have all these certifications.
Probably a good. I
Well,
mean,
you know, it makes
psychology,
sense.
that's probably a good idea, though.
Yeah, you know, but you know,
Can you imagine?
be certified, or everybody would be a psychologist, right? If there's not that extra step, it's true. There's Twitter psychologists that, they go to one session of therapy, come on Twitter, and start counseling everybody.
Oh,
So
this is pretty.
I think, that is pretty.
Ooh.
So I think, they don't tell you though that it takes money to get that certification.
Yep.
Not just like $50, more like $500.
Oh.
So
After you just did all that schooling.
after you do all that schooling. So that's what I'm working towards. It's a goal of mine.
Yeah.
But yeah, life is good. I'm just working. Just trying to make it happen. Should I cut the whole thing?
No, I think that should be enough. If you want to cut
Cut it
these
smaller?
down into smaller pieces, that would be great.
Got it.
So we're getting all our prep done. It's starting to come together.
I'm liking these colors.
Right? That's why I like rainbow.
Alrighty.
Wait until like you get like deeper in.
Oh, it changes color.
Child, wait for it, girl.
I'm waiting.
I love. Like,
Now I want to do this faster because I want to see what color it's going to change into. How do you like make sure that you don't overstuff it?
True.
You don't want it to be too high because the harder it's going to be to layer. So with the
And you're just putting it all in the middle,
curls,
right? Like,
Yeah.
just like focusing it.
Yeah, you can spread it out over this surface area of the rice so that it stays somewhat even. That will make it easier to roll.
It's making me nervous.
So that should be enough.
I just want to ask the camera guy, are you catching my nails?
Oh my Lord Jesus.
Oh, let me fix something.
Yes.
Is that that?
Jamila, does this need fixing?
Is
Does this need fixing?
Listen. Oh my
You know what?
God.
When you pay for them, you gotta show them off.
You gotta show them off. Okay.
Not when one of them breaks, child.
Oh.
I'm looking at this nail like,
Oh, sorry.
You know,
That's when you just gotta walk around like this.
You know what I do? I put a band-aid on it so people just think like I cut myself.
I've done that.
and
I've done
like,
that.
the nail comes off.
Nah, cause you really like, when you're walking, especially when they're as long as mine, it's noticeable. And this finger looks like it got cut in half. Like, it's not good. So you gotta put a band-aid so people are sympathetic.
Yeah, I'm like, oh no, what happened? Just
a paper cut with all. So we're gonna add a bit of our sesame seed or toasted sesame seeds. You just want to sprinkle that on like so.
This looks very nice.
And then the last, but definitely not least thing is this. So
Oh.
It's not even on the right angle.
See, this is when this side comes.
That's a good size.
I am done.
Okay, shake it up. Okay, I'm done. Okay, right. We're gonna put it on the thing now. I'm so nervous, guys. What if I mess this up?
Don't put a big
Just
block.
squirt it. Make
Just,
it like
just
a
make
nice
sure you're moving
pretty
it though, so
design.
it's not like in one spot.
It's not coming out.
Don't.
Oh, okay.
oh.
Whew. It's not enough. No, I got this. I got this.
Someone says,
No, I don't got this. You do it because
No,
I'm.
it's good. It's good. I thought you were gonna go like.
Oh,
It's okay. We're not gonna see it though. It's all good.
We
It's
wanna
all
taste
good.
it.
You gotta
No.
do the finesse, Flick
This
your
is the
wrist.
beauty
First of all, you guys are watching me now. I'm just
Someone's
getting really anxious.
This is the beauty of cooking. So to
You're gonna
roll
roll it in.
this, you're gonna take this bottom part and fold it.
Yes.
Not you.
And then you're
So it's
just
like
gonna
How do you make it look so fantastical?
to roll.
I was gonna just roll it like I don't know, like a dinner roll or something.
Oh,
Can you, like,
So how do you make it stay?
So
I
you
said
can
glue.
take a little bit of
Oh.
The more you
this.
know.
At least that's the trick I saw. This is the first time making it. Don't stick it on my phone.
I thought there was such thing as like food glue or something. It's made of like sugar.
I said
Like,
you're
like a
gonna
sugar paste or something that makes it stay.
Well, we're gonna
Maybe.
try
I think that was
spicy
a lot of sauce.
spicy mayo.
Oh.
Spicy mayo glue.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay.
It's- oh.
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 I guess because this is thin, right? So it just sticks to it.
Yo, we made a sushi cone.
Oh, wow.
Just
Fold it. Oh
throw
wow.
that in.
Oh.
So let's move this.
I feel like a chef.
So then you can see.
I'm adding this to my resume, saying that I made a sushi cone.
Sure thing.
I'm not this person. This is
So you're
ooh.
basically done. So that's your sushi cone.
Okay.
The first one. And you can make them smaller. This one is she a little bit chunky. She knows she eat
We
well.
got a bit
She's
overzealous.
She eat
Big.
well.
There's a lot of cucumbers in there. I didn't cut any
Ma'am?
of these, just so we're
Say
clear.
it to my
None
face.
of this is in there.
Oh, yeah. We're gonna. But y'all haven't told me like what's really going on in life. Like what's good. I know y'all got
You
some
want to know
stuff to say
what's
good.
what's really happening?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to talk?
Tea with crumb. Are you gonna
Oh,
spill
you
the
want
tea?
all the tea?
Oh, he just wants to talk.
Oh, well, I take my tea with milk and honey. So how will you tell us?
Oh
Avery?
my god.
You see, that was good though. You see, I just slid that
I
on
mean, you
in
know,
there.
like milk and honey complements the tea, though, right? So like the
So-
tea comes first, and then I will complement.
So we're really gonna do this?
Yeah, we're gonna do this.
I guess I have to go first because it's
Yep.
the tea and then you add the milk and honey.
Yep, that's
Alright.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I feel like in this season of my life, I don't know. I feel very picky about everything. I'm sorry. Where did you put this food?
Picky in what way?
Oh, it was in this one. Well, this is season the series, and we're just talking about, I guess, relationships. And well, to be honest, I feel very picky in all aspects of my life, but particularly this. I think going away for school, and as I'm getting older, just I know what I like, and I know what I won't tolerate in a relationship. Because I just feel like there's certain things like, okay, yeah, you know what, I can adjust to this, but certain things like, wait, if I have to live with this for the rest of my life,
Hell no.
couldn't be me. So
Not my
I'm just
ministry.
being very selective about who I kind of give my time to, what I tolerate.
This should be good.
Even in other aspects of my life, like what jobs I apply to. As I said earlier, like I've been applying for jobs, and a couple companies have contacted me saying, hey, we want to call you in for, we want to interview you in person. And then the more I do research into the company and what the job description is, I'm like, no. This would be fine 2-3 years ago, but not where I'm right now in this stage of my life. And so I like that also. And
I
I'm
don't
just
think
gonna be
it's
honest.
picky then. You're selective.
Okay, we'll use that word, and selective. And there's been also a couple of guys, and I'm like, hey, and I've been like, no, I'm okay. I'm good, love, enjoy. Because I'm not expecting my significant other to have his whole life together, because I don't. But if I'm bringing all the ingredients to the table, you can at least bring the pots. Like,
Well, something.
don't just show up with an empty stomach
Bring
expecting to
something.
get fed.
No.
Oh, gay.
You can't just come ready to eat. You gotta be part of the process.
Like,
Wow.
And I find, I don't know if it's just me, a lot of men are looking for trophy wives, but they're not athletes. Like,
Damn!
They're not athletes.
Hold me.
I really don't know what I said. It's so funny because I'm being so gay. I'm being honest, but
Come on.
That's
a
a
word.
word.
oh, okay. I was like, did I say something wrong?
No.
Oh, okay.
They're not athletes. Oh my gosh.
Y'all better catch that in your spirit.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that's just kind of that's
Wow.
kind of where I am right now in my life. So
Wow.
I hear that. I think for me, I'm in a bit of a weird stage.
In what way, girl?
Not weird, but I think a lot of growth has happened. Just because, growing up, I didn't have the wisdom of how to go about godly relationships.
right.
And since that's something that's new for me, it's kind of like, I really did overthink it for a season in my life where it was like, I have to do this the right way. I have to do this the godly way. Like, there's no other, I don't know, like, I just felt like there was a very specific way that I had to do everything. And I really didn't give myself any allowance to make mistakes. And I think, somebody said something to me one time. My friend Kamika, her mom told her, like, never to say, could never be me. Because then if you get yourself in that situation, now you're 10 times harder on yourself because you thought it could never be you. I need to get to know you first. So that's something I'm really just trying to, like, slow down and see that, because one thing, like, we were talking about this earlier on the way here, but, like, you choose your friends and you can choose to leave your friends. But if you feel like you're obligated to somebody before you figure out whether you like them as a friend, you'll stay, and the relationship is not going to be fulfilling. It's not going to be anything that really helps you to grow, because now you're just with this person out of obligation.
Right.
And you hear people say like, you know, a successful marriage comes because you choose that person every single day. But would you actually choose to be friends with that person or be with that person if you didn't have the obligation of a relationship?
Right.
So that's something that like you're not obligated to be with anybody just because there's that connection there. Or, you know, this morning Jess and I were talking, and like there's a lot of things that your sexual urges, get into it, will get you to do.
Right.
Will get you to do. And, you know, you'll feel obligated to fill that need. And because this person shows interest, like now they're kind of like more so filling a need than being somebody that you're actually choosing to be with. You know, so like there's a lot of things I've learned, and although sometimes I kind of wish I didn't have all those experiences with relationships and I could say that like, you know, I'm not tainted by any of them. I've learned a lot. It sometimes caused me to overthink, which is one thing. Just right now I'm in this season of just slow down and stop thinking like way over here and ignoring everything that's happening in front of you.
Right. Be in the moment and be present.
Yeah, and notice the little things.
It's true.
Yeah.
And I think that's so key, like being present in your season and how important that is, because with even my own experience, like I remember like having conversations with my brother-in-law and having conversations with my sister, and my brother-in-law would always be like, stay level-headed, stay here. And I was so thankful that my nephew was born, because he kept me grounded in a lot of ways, because I'm like, I don't want to miss any moment of this little boy growing up.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't want to rush ahead into, oh my gosh, she's the one, let's plan our wedding, I'm already walking down the aisle, I already picked out the colors, this is what my bridesmaids are wearing, this is what their hairstyle is going to be,
Girl, Pinterest is
like,
dangerous for that.
Yeah,
my Pinterest board is...
Tell me how I already picked out the engagement ring. This is the color. This
Come
is
on,
the setting.
bridesmaids dresses.
Like,
this is my table decor.
Oh yeah, without a commitment, and it's
Right.
easy to rush ahead and get lost in wanting to get there so quickly.
Right.
And I remember a woman of God said this, and she's like, someone told her one time, like, don't go so far ahead because you'll get there. And I didn't fully understand what she meant in the moment, but it's like, because you've so invested everything about yourself into that moment, like you're almost like fast tracking through your life and missing moments and opportunities for growth because you want to get there so badly.
Yeah, exactly.
And I thought the end goal was like, let me just be, you know, a good wife, and I'm gonna learn to cook and do this and do all this so I could be a good wife. And it's just like, so now I'm learning to just slow down.
Yeah.
Enjoy these moments, enjoy being by myself, enjoy, you know, like the little things. I look at my sister and she's married now, and the way that she makes decisions, it has to be made with other people in mind, and now she has a little one that's depending on her. So all these things need to factor in. Me, I was like, hey, I'm going to Spain. I said, oh, like I can just go. I can just pick up and go.
Yeah.
And I think when you miss the beauty of your season, like the way you rob yourself, it's not even funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just my 2 cents.
And I think like a lot of times when we're so focused on like the future and stuff like that, you really take for granted how much wisdom you could be gaining. And like we like to like envision ourselves as how we're gonna be then, but like how are you gonna get there? Because you're not there right now. You want to be in that moment, but you're not the person that can handle that moment yet.
Yeah.
So like looking like this far ahead, and I'm like, I would want to handle this situation this way. How am I gonna get there? Through the trials along the way. I'm gonna gain wisdom along the way. Like, let me not waste my life trying to get to a place that I'm never gonna reach if I don't go through this. Yeah. Like, we're so far ahead, but it's like you literally can't get there unless you go this way. Yeah. But yeah.
This is so stressful.
There, you did it.
Zoom in. Come on. Zoom into my sushi roll. Thank you.
It's a little empty. Hold on.
Deep breath.
Just lift it up a little bit. Just hold it up. Hold it. I'm just gonna. We got the aesthetic, okay? And then just put it flat.
What's the
and then just put it flat. See?
There you go.
It's really not.
It's overflowing. You can't eat it like that, but
It shall be
oh, there's
permanent.
just mayo everywhere.
So I told you guys I was struggling, but you guys just sat there and said you have it, and I don't have it.
Jess, you said something this morning that I want you to touch on.
Ooh,
About you're not gonna like everything about them.
Oh, yes, I remember what I was saying. I was speaking some wisdom, and I'll tell you guys again. What I was saying, what I wish I knew, what I know now that I wish I knew then is, I think the first thing I said is like, there's no rush on things. And I think that's where we talked about the whole like having a friend first and kind of building something. But also like you're not gonna find 100%, like no person is gonna meet 100% your criteria. Am I making sense? And you're not gonna be.
It's not Build-A-Bear.
Yeah, it's not a Build-A-Bear workshop. Like I can't walk into a store and say I need this. And first of all, Lord, I need him to be at least 6'3". I need him to have a full beard. With the beard. Beard.
That connects.
That connect. Come
You
on.
know when you gonna be shopping for beard oil to maintain such.
Now you gotta
beard.
get some carrot oil from BSW.
I need him to be sensitive to all my emotions.
Oh,
like
all of them?
I
don't know.
All of them.
I don't know about that.
Well,
That's a lot. I'm not even
First of
sensitive to all
all-
your emotions.
first of all, no, but like it's not Build-A-Bear, and I wish
No,
I
it's
knew
true.
that. I just kind of felt like growing up, as I think we touched on it earlier, but if you do certain things as a Christian woman growing up, that when you get to the age of marriage, that the man that is gonna come is gonna be like the perfect guy, and marriage is just gonna come easy, and there's just gonna be like marriage and roses and daisies and all of that fancy stuff, and that's not how life works. And I wish I knew earlier that like, I can't be everything to that person, so I don't know why I should expect them to be everything to me.
Wow.
Because that's not realistic. Like, God is the one that is everything to us. Your partner is just supposed to compliment you. They're not supposed to complete you. And I wish I kind of knew that. I feel like I would have been nicer to maybe guys that try to approach me, and I'm like, first of all, you have like 7 out of 10 and I need 10 out of 10, so we're gonna have to revisit this when you get your life together. And it's like, that's not how it
Meanwhile, we're sitting here at a solid 7.5. Like,
I know. I'm at a 7.25. He's at a 7, and like it's just not like it's
so we're like a little bit up, so we're still looking down, but we're like,
yeah, I'm still better than you, so get it together. And like, that's not how it works. I wish I was just more gentle to myself and others, as I am now in this season. I know I said I'm selective, but I'm still understanding and mindful of everybody else is in a different season. And I wish I understood that the world doesn't revolve around me. And like, just because I'm like aiming to have my whole life together by a certain time and a certain age doesn't mean everybody else has the same goals and is working at the same pace that I am. So just being more understanding and gentle.
yeah. One thing I heard one time, just to piggyback off of that, is like, you know, God gives us grace for our faults and stuff like that, and because like any man you're gonna be with, he's not God. He's not perfect. And like, same way that God gives us grace, like you have to allow other people grace, whether it's friends, whether it's boyfriends, whatever, husbands, like the same grace that God extends to you, like you have to extend that to other people. You can't expect someone to always talk to you the right way or whatever. All you can do is communicate, and what they do with that information is up to them. And I think that's what I wish I would have known, is like, if something bothers you, don't expect them to notice that it bothers you. If something bothers you, communicate it, and like I said, what they do with that information, that's gonna give you the answer that you need. If you tell them, I need you to, you know, I don't even know, just like little things, like I need you to communicate better, I need you to tell me, like, you know, how was your day? Because a lot of guys, like, they just think she knows I'm down for her, so I don't need to tell her. But me, I need to hear that. I need that, like, not constant, but like I just need to have kind of like that reassurance of just like, I don't know, because I overthink a lot. So that's just something that I need.
Is your love language words of affirmation? Is one of them?
I don't know, honestly. I'm kind of all over the place. I feel like before I was physical touch, but I think as I've grown, I've kind of like grown out of that a little bit. That's still important to me, but I think that can get you into some really dangerous situations if you don't like hone it in a little bit. But I think, I don't know, honestly. I feel like I'm kind of across the board, but definitely like words of affirmation, acts of service is a big one.
Oh, yes.
Just because, yeah, like I just feel like if you communicate something with somebody, like I need you to do this more, they can either say I hear you, or they can make an excuse as to why they don't do it. And I think that that's one thing I've learned to look for is somebody that's actually willing to be like, you know what, I'm used to this, but because I want to be with you, I'm willing to put in that extra work. And I may not be perfect all the time, but at least I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
At least I'm gonna try to communicate better. You know, I'm gonna try to meet what you need, because a lot of times we get so far up in these relationships that we forget that like you really didn't build a foundation. So now you're gonna get back up, you're gonna get up here, even if it's the right person, you've already built up something on no foundation. So it's gonna fall, and you guys are gonna go through trials, and now you're gonna question, is this person even for me? When if you would've just started with the foundation and your foundation in God, then you would have been able to build and you don't have to backtrack as much. So yeah, just like really taking the time to be like, what little things can I do to build this foundation so that we don't have to go through this again? Like, you know, there may be slip ups and you may like slip along the way, but we're not gonna have to start all over again. And that's one thing, you know, even for us, like there's some things that I slip up with, you know, in terms of like, I don't know, just bad habits that I've asked God to deliver me from. I still slip up, but I'm not starting from the beginning.
Right.
And that's the same with relationships. You're never like, if this person is really for you, you're never gonna have to start from the beginning with them. So just, you know, build the foundation up so it's like respect, honesty, like, you know, communicating what you need and that kind of stuff. Just to make sure that going along, like, you really understand who you're with. Yeah. Because I put myself in situations, the person I lived with, we barely communicated. But for 2 years we lived together. Like, that doesn't make sense to me now. I couldn't do that now. You know, like, I liked who they were, I liked how they behaved, but in terms of communication, I really didn't know them. And that's one thing that is kind of like, I was talking about marrying this person. Like, they gave me a promise ring, like all this kind of stuff, and it's just like, but I don't know you as a person. I don't know, like, there's some people I know now that I know better than somebody I lived with for 2 years. Like, it's really crazy how much communication can shift how you look at somebody. But yeah, life.
Child.
The wisdom
I'm
is
sweating
heavy
right
in
now.
the
That was a
room.
moment.
It's heavy in
You
the
see
room.
this time that we're at?
It's heavy. What? Okay. Hallelujah.
I couldn't see it.
This has been. We definitely have to do part 2 to this,
Yeah, I think we
and
should, yeah.
we will make
Ooh, I'm actually sweating right
more
now.
things. Y'all send me what y'all want to make, and then we'll figure
We'll
it
make
out.
calamari for our sushi.
Oh, can we just go buy it? I don't want to mess it up. Nah, because if I go through the
Some things
process of making
honestly
it,
are worth just buying.
Okay,
because
we'll
they're
make
just-
we'll make fried rice. We'll make. You know what?
Just-
I'm trying to get into the whole Asian fusion.
Ooh,
No,
I love
right?
Asian
Asian fusion.
It's the best thing ever.
I'm just gonna buy
can we do
it.
some baking? Let's make a cheesecake. Oh,
You can bake. I don't.
Bacon is not my strong suit. We're gonna invite Sister Christine
Yes.
in
Come
our
on.
baking segments because it's not my ministry.
oh,
I just
Yeah.
don't have the patience to be that precise.
Right.
well,
Yeah.
we'll
The
figure it out.
measurements, Yeah.
Yeah.
This was quick and easy, and
Yeah.
can't wait to taste it.
Sushi burritos.
Basically, it's not sushi cone. It's sushi burrito. It's what it is.
Sushi tacos.
We tried. We tried though.
Thank you guys so much for the wisdom that has been
Yeah.
downloaded and for doing this. And we'll definitely
I did 4.